Jessica Campbell, congrats on being nominated for Sports Story of the Year. First of all, what's this like being part of this? I mean, first year here in Seattle. How's this whole process been for you?
I mean, this is a special night, obviously, for the community, for Seattle sports. I'm just honored to be part of the Kraken, part of all of this. This year's been remarkable. We're on the right journey. We're still trudging forward with where we want to get to as a team. And so I just think, there's few opportunities where you get to take a step away from the rink, especially with our schedule, and get to just be part of something like this that's a celebration and looking at how big of a sports city this place is. And it's a really special place to be.
For you, how's the Seattle weather been? Coming from Coachella Valley, or you're like, hey, I'm used to this growing up?
You know what? I'm from Canadian frozen tundra type. I've seen it all. Obviously, California was a luxury with the sun, but if it's not frozen, it's raining. It doesn't really matter. I'm looking forward to the summer, to the sun, but we're in the rink all the time anyways, so try to have to stay warm.
Yeah, so talk to me about your coaching journey. When you were done playing, when did you kind of realize I want to get into coaching, or how did that become an itch that you wanted to scratch?
I just kind of followed my passion and love for the game. I never really saw myself out of it, but after suffering some injuries and kind of ending my playing career early, really, I found myself teaching skating. It was something that I specialized in. I was strong at as a player, and I always understood it on a deeper level. So I jumped right into coaching the next year, teaching high school, competitive, aspiring, national team players, NCAA players, and pretty quickly it kind of pivoted into more the tactical side behind the bench. But yeah, it's been a crazy journey. I've never not had my skates on for any year of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's such a responsibility, I imagine, with this groundbreaking achievement that you have accomplished. First female assistant in the NHL. But I know that always gets thrown out at you. So is there that kind of pressure of like, hey, I just want to coach, but also knowing that you are such a pioneer in this sport?
I mean, I'm focused on my job at hand and the work, and so there's pressure and responsibility with that, just being in the position at the stage that we're on. So it's part of it. I think that the microscope for sure of being in this position, and I think eyes on it being, I'm the first, but I'm just one of many other women who are doing already a remarkable job across the league here in Seattle, from management, scouting, player development. There's a long list that I joined, and I think the visibility now behind the bench brings a little bit more attention to, call it pressure or expectation, but to me, that's a huge privilege, and I see the opportunity in that. And if we have success and find the success that we want, only good can come of it, and more doors are going to be open for other women who have the same aspirations, and hopefully those barriers are broken down.
How many things have people tried to throw at you to get signed? We've seen all these heartwarming viral videos of jerseys and hats and all sorts of stuff. Are you just going to sign anything that gets thrown over there? Or what's that like when you're on the road and someone's like, hey, I have something for you to sign?
It's a balance. Obviously, there's moments where I just think it's so important for our game to connect with fans. And for the moment, like, I think about my younger self. I never got to go to many NHL games as a young kid. But if I did, and if I were in that position to have a player or someone that I looked up to sign something for me, that would have changed everything for me. So I never see an opportunity as, it's the same way I approached players as a coach. There's no player too big or small. There's no moment not special enough. And so the 10 seconds I can trade for a signed jersey, it's amazing.
Now, finally, is this a coaching principle passed down that all coaches have to be stonewalled and show no emotion when you're standing back there? It seems like everyone, your coaching staff and every coaching staff in the league, just don't show any reaction the entire time.
Yeah, unless you score in overtime.
That's true.
Then you see all the raw emotion. I mean, we are very intense about the game and the seriousness of the game, but I think if you watch close enough and you get behind the benches, you see there's a lot of raw emotion of smiles, laughs. We're still engaged, but yeah, you could say it across the board that we are pretty intense and serious.
Well, Jessica, thanks for coming on with us, and great to have you here in Seattle.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.